Alright, so first of all, it is my birthday today, at least when I'm recording this. So I think legally you owe me a like, comment, and subscribe. So do that right now. We decided to do something a little, I don't know if you want to call it tricky, but we didn't want to deal with the TTC at Magic Kingdom, and we're going to be finishing the night at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So we parked at Hollywood Studios, then we took the Skyliner over to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, and now we're waiting for a bus to Magic Kingdom from Caribbean Beach. This is sort of a way to deal with the fact that park hopping is not back in full force yet as far as times, so they don't have buses from Hollywood Studios directly to Magic Kingdom until like 1:30 in the afternoon. So we are gonna take this bus to Magic Kingdom, and then we're gonna do some stuff there until about 1 o'clock, 1:30. Then we're gonna hop back to Hollywood Studios. Then I'm going to Epcot, and then we're coming back to Hollywood Studios for Fantasmic at night. So it is gonna be a very, very, very busy day. I tell you what, you can come up with every scheme possible to make it more convenient to get to Magic Kingdom, and you will fail every time. It is always a hassle to get to Magic Kingdom. It is just this weird paradox. Like, I feel like one of the reasons this is no longer my favorite park is because it is just a pain to get here. But we are here. We are gonna go do the People Mover to start things. And I think before that we're gonna see this Pride Wall, because it is, as I'm recording this, still June. I know you're watching it in July, but the Pride Wall is still up here on the purple wall in Tomorrowland.
Absolute best way to see Tomorrowland. And my stars, is there ever lots to see? From spacecraft to monster labs, there's really nothing like today in Tomorrowland.
For your safety, if you have wings, jetpacks, or gravity polarizers, please do not take that while on board. Thank you.
The next station is Tomorrowland Urban Planning and Star Traders. Transfer to green and red lines.
Don't worry, your express train keeps on rolling through the future, right by two of my favorite spots.
So the Merida meet and greet here right next to Cinderella Castle is going to be going away soon. They're going to be making it a Mirabelle from Encanto meet and greet. So since Merida is my favorite Disney princess, we thought that today we should try to get this meet and greet in at least one last time. And it shouldn't be too long, the line's not that long, so we should be good. And then we're probably gonna get something to eat after that.
Yes, now he's celebrating his birthday today.
It's a birthday.
It is my birthday.
You know what that means,
With
guys?
some tarts.
Don't grab me cakes, I promise, but there won't be tarts in the case Moji makes about it, but here we go, here we go. Happy birthday!
Oh, yay!
I
So we quickly stopped at Friar's Nook and Courtney got the macaroni and cheese tots. She really, really liked them. I got the plant-based brats and tots, which I've gotten before, so I wasn't expecting anything to blow me away with greatness, and that's what I got. Like, it was a perfectly passable quick service meal. The tots were great. It was just, I would argue that the brat wasn't all that good. But it was something to hold me over. We're now walking to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and then we're hoping to get the Festival of Fantasy Parade. So, let's do this. Look at that view. Goat.
It is 1783, and the smoke is clearing in the wake of the Revolutionary War. Over the course of 8 grinding years, General George Washington has led a force of shopkeepers, farmers, and Native American allies to victory over the greatest military power in the world. A new nation has been born, independent and free. The founders must form a national government. In 1787, through months of passionate debate, they create a written constitution. For the country's highest office, they imagine something new in the history of the world. A leader not born to power like a king or queen. A leader who has not seized power through conquest. A leader not separate from the people, but elected by the people, from among the people. We, the people. This is a new idea, an American idea. The idea of a president.
"47 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation, so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and the government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
He calls us to fight on the war front and sacrifice on the home front.
The harder the sacrifice, the more glorious the triumph. So spoke America in the year 1776. So speak Americans today. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
But really, it's all of us who must overcome the crippling legacy of bigotry and injustice. And we shall overcome.
Loving this country requires the willingness to speak out for what is right, to shake up the status quo. That's America.
Our presidency is no longer just an idea. It is an idea with a proud history. Ladies and gentlemen, the Presidents of the United States of America. George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Johnson, Ulysses S. Grant, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman, Dwight D. Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy. And now we come to the present. Once again, we place our trust in the idea of a president, as we have from the beginning.
My fellow citizens, no event could have filled me with greater anxieties than that notification on the 14th day of April, 1789, that you had selected me to lead our nation. But it was with the confidence of my fellow citizens that I took an oath. 35 simple words that have been repeated by every American president throughout history.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States, and I will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help me God.
So my birthday is actually June 30th, and there are some advantages to that and some disadvantages to that. The advantage as an only child was my parents had 6 months to save up money for my birthday, and then after my birthday they had 6 months to save for Christmas. The drawbacks are that if you're going to be laid off, you're going to get laid off on your birthday because it's the end of the fiscal year. And another drawback is that a lot of times, well, this can be a positive or a negative sometimes. That's the friendship fair right there with the fireworks. Another drawback can be that the Supreme Court announces their decisions on your birthday, and that can be, especially the last couple years, some bummer news. So we did the Hall of Presidents on a day that, like, I'm not necessarily like feeling gung-ho America, and I do really love that show. I feel like it appeals to what we want to be as a country even more than, you know, what we are as a country and what we look for in leaders, even though almost all the time they fall short. So it definitely gives you like a little bit of a boost, and I could say that today I kind of needed it. And we also needed the boost because it is hotter than the surface of the sun here today, so we got to get in the air conditioning for about a half hour. I think we're gonna sit here and just sit in the shade for a few minutes. I'm gonna have a soda, Courtney is drinking a water, and then I think we are going to head through the Emporium, leave Magic Kingdom, and head over to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Our initial plan was to do Hollywood Brown Derby Lounge and sit outside, but it's really, really hot today. So we asked if we could get a table. They did have a table available, and that was a really nice way to get out of the sun for a little bit. Courtney got, oh boy, tell me again. Crab Louie is an appetizer, but it's so hot that we didn't really need anything more than appetizers. She really, really liked it. I got the famous Cobb salad, but as a vegetarian, I just asked them to replace the turkey and bacon with extra avocado, and they did that. And then I got the famous grapefruit cake as a treat for free. They gifted it to me for my birthday. I have said with my podcast co-host Marissa before that it's kind of like the drug dealer near the school giving out free samples, because once you've had their grapefruit cake, it's so good you're an instant addict. We are now gonna hop on Rise of the Resistance, and then after that we're hoping to see the Chippendale Rescue Rangers meet and greet.
Incoming transmission from Ray. BB-8, is everyone assembled? Good. Should you be in flight prep? Recruits, thank you for joining the cause. The covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now headed to the system. Your outpost on Motu is no longer safe. We have transports waiting to take you to General Organa's secret base on Hikara. I'll regroup with you there. The Resistance desperately needs your help in our fight against Kylo Ren and the First Order. Remember, it is vital that you keep the location of the Hikara base secret. Lieutenant Beck, one of our top commanders, will lead you.
Affirmative. Transport is ready. 9 Nominai shall personally see them delivered.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Welcome to the cause. May the Force be with us.
Roger, this is Black Leader. I hear you're a fine-looking group of recruits. Well, no time to waste. Let's get you on your way to the General.
And hold on, recruits. All ships, launch. I am Lieutenant Beck. As you heard from Ray, I have been tasked with getting you to Vakara.
Red 2, Blue 5, keep tight now. Let's get ready to make that jump to light speed on my mark.
Black Leader, we're picking up an unusual signal. Are you spotting anything?
Yeah, I see it. We'll check it out. BB-8, what do you got?
There appear to be a number of small craft heading our way. Raise the shields.
First Order attack fighters! Reroute! Reroute! Red 2, Blue 5, we got a clear path so transport can make the jump!
We lost Red 2, more incoming. Blue 5 taking evasive action.
Try to shake him, Blue!
I'm trying.
We lost Blue 5! I'm gonna try to jump out of the way!
Copy that. Get us clear so we can make the jump.
Be ready, you won't have much time!
Where are all those TIE fighters coming from?
Get there! One of them.
Star Destroyers. We can't. We're caught in the tractor beam. It's pulling us in.
Get some time to make this a fair fight. Don't worry, I'm coming back for you. Stay strong.
Cargo vessel TR-141, identify yourselves and prepare to be boarded.
This is TR-141. We are a civilian vessel. By whose authority are we being detained?
By the authority of the First Order, Resistance scum. Now bring down your shields and prepare to be boarded.
They'll twig you out there.
They'll want the location of our secret base. Tell them nothing. The future of the Resistance is at stake. I have a bad feeling about this. Stand back from those doors.
will snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The resistance prisoners.
You have what I want. You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
We're needed on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Do you know how to fix or find things you're wrong? I can teach you. Press that red button.
To the turbo lifts at the end of the hallway. Turn right. Probe droid. You're lucky it didn't spot you. Take those turbo lifts and stay out of trouble.
Hey, you're not authorized. Wait, to go no further.
Cover is blown. Find an alternate route. Who picked these two droids anyway?
Priority detachment.
There they are! Fire!
These snake pods just below us. Take the lift down. I'll cover you. Hurry!
No! I said down!
Requesting heavy weapons authorization. We'll attempt to rescue the prisoners.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields!
Shields? I see no evidence.
Now!
Sound the alarm. All personnel to their stations.
Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave. But ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run. Is about to be destroyed.
Escape routes came in a little off target. Ground crews will meet you outside the wreck.
The last two episodes of Tall Guy Talks Travel with Rick Doherty, the podcast for June, my co-host Marissa and I talked about whether Disney has messed up Star Wars. And in particular, we were talking about something very specific to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and that is that it feels like they rushed Star Wars Rise of the Resistance so quickly, and they can't let it go down for a refurb. They have to have it operating at full capacity or as close as possible to full capacity every day, which means that you get it breaking down a lot, and then you get what we had today, which was Kylo Ren in B mode, which it's just sort of a video of his ship, his TIE fighter, floating out of the window. But normally what happens is you get a big animatronic Kylo Ren and an explosion, but today we didn't get that, and that's fine for Courtney and myself because we come enough. We don't need to see it at its best every time. But I just think of the people who paid for individual lightning lanes to ride Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, and then they got B mode. So I'm hoping they can do something about that. Maybe just say, hey, this week, when it's not going to be particularly busy, we are going to shut down Rise of the Resistance, and we are going to give it all of the love it needs. But we'll see. Chance to stop at that special pop-up bar for the new Indiana Jones movie. Had the non-alcoholic pomegranate green tea. It was really good, really refreshing for a hot day like today. I was completely wrong about where Chip and Dale were meeting today. So now I am in line to meet Chip and Dale before heading over to Epcot, I believe for the second showing of the band Living Colour doing Garden Rock. So I'm gonna have to really hustle after meeting Chip and Dale here. So Dale, I have a little story for you. The last time that I met the two of you, you were dressed like this. And I said to Chip that it had to be really hot, and you said that it was making Chip smell bad. Is that why he's not wearing the jacket anymore? That's it? I tell you what, man, it's hot out. You get sweaty. I understand. Don't... This is such a weird and abrupt way to end this video, but when we were at Disney's Hollywood Studios that day, it just got way too hot and we had to bail. Right now I'm in the parking lot of Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, and in a few days you'll get to see my dining review for breakfast at Boma, but I wanted to let you know why this video just ended so abruptly, and the heat on the day we were at Hollywood Studios was just way too much, and I couldn't head over to Epcot for Living Colour, and I couldn't stay around for Fantasmic. So I just wanted to let you know why it was such a weird ending. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.